it is I, John underscore same shirt underscore. And today, Kazi is asking, this one is about design. Would you love thoughts on shape design, proportions, and stylization? Super hardcore studying these guys' work and just breaking apart his style, and would love your take. Okay, so let's grab. There's plenty images here to pick and choose. Pikachu. The one I'm liking the most that would be easier to translate might be Oi mate. These are great, by the way. Like this dude's work is amazing. It will be great, mate. I'm thinking between the first and the second one, honestly. Yeah, the second one. So let's take this one. Let's yoink. Yoinkies, mine now. My content. All right. Sorry, I don't know. Sometimes something goes through me. Let's take this. Actually, let's blow it up. There you go. And then delete. All right. Okay. So, shape design, proportion, and stylization. So here's the thing. In character designing, there's two basic things that everyone seems to do. The first one is shape language equals character personality. So you know the whole thing where like a circle indicates or you know, due to our evolved perceived intelligence throughout centuries, when we look at a round shape, we think it's smooth, soft, maybe rolls around. It's not dangerous at all, right? Then when you look at a square shape, it's a stable, you know, almost immovable shape, strong, concrete, etc. And then you have the triangular shapes, and it's pointy. It's obviously it's pointy, but because it's pointy, we perceive it to be fast, dangerous, because you could like prickle your finger on it or whatever, and all that jazz. All right. So it's that plus there's a name for this, but because I'm a fake professional, I don't know the name of things that I should know. But there's one thing that a lot of us do, which is divide a character into 3 parts. So you have, in his case, you have the head, you have the body. Actually, wait, I'll make this better. So you have the head, blah, 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 right? And then you have, let me center this a bit more. There you go. And then you have the body. Wait, I'm thinking whether the body is the waist is part of it or not. You know what? I'm gonna not add the waist. I'll explain why. So the upper part of the body. Okay, there you go. Then you have the upper part of the body. Blah 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 blah. And then finally, you got the lower part of the body. I'm not counting accessories, right? But so this is absolutely the 3 general divisions. You can go very in detail from this point on, and you can honestly, you can't be more broad than this. The reason why I stopped at the waist is because I'm considering the waist bones, or whatever they would be, the waist bones in this character. I consider them already part of legs, and you do separate the legs from the torso. So that's kind of up to you. I personally like to count the hips, you know, those bones there, already counting from the legs, even though it's like your pelvis, but it's just a personal preference. So why am I pointing this out? Is because any moment you take this tree and you change their shape, right? Their shape, position, you stretch them, you make them longer, you make them shorter, you just change things around. So let's make a dwarf guy here, a dwarf lizard guy that has a really long legs, right? Let's I'm gonna add to this, right? At this point we could have kind of the same character by subdividing the proportions and shapes differently. This character obviously would be different from this one, even though I just squashed and rotated the head to have a different silhouette. But you can already tell that maybe these two could be part of the same family if I were to continue to adjust the shape of the head, right? So maybe I could add like a couple more things here and there, and I'm gonna hide that, and then it could maybe be part of the family of that character that I just had on this one, by simply adjusting a couple of elements, right? So these are absolutely these two things are what it's like the foundation of character design, right? And now I can't really teach you okay, so I can't teach you taste. This is the hard part. Is that this guy has good taste, right? But there's a couple of tricks that can enhance even a shitty design to make it better. And I'll point out a couple of things here. I don't think I'm going to be drawing very much on this answer because it's mostly showcasing. You know, I'm dissecting for you his style. And honestly, what I'm doing, I would recommend you do as well to his style. So one thing that's very good in design that he does is repeating shapes, or some people call it echo shapes or echoing shapes, whatever. You can call it whatever you want. So for example, when he introduces one design element to his image, I'll do it in red, like this little neck thing. We have this shape, a sort of diamond shape, and then we have two of them, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just on the neck. Maybe 9, considering that lower one there. So that's just the neck, right? Now, if we go ahead and look at other areas, like right below the neck, there's the torso. We see this shape here being echoed to 1. There's mini, let's call it mini echoes. 1, 2, 3, and then sort of like this big one could be counted as well. 4, and the more you look at it, the more you can probably like start subdividing, etc. But all it really matters is that this shape is also echoed on the silhouette, like on the arm here. Right? So this is a very easy way to take a shitty design and make it just a little bit. I'm not saying this is a shitty design, by the way. This is pretty fucking cool. I really like it. But I'm just saying that if you don't really have that much of a good taste, or you're not very strong in design and you're new to it or whatever, this is an easy way out, right? So you can probably notice that throughout the design. Another thing that it's really important is, I'll hide this for a second. Another really important thing is, I'm trying to think of a different word. I guess this will work. Thickness. So the thickness of a shape. Something going from thin to thick creates visual interest, and you can see that in a amplified form. Like for example, the tail clearly goes from thick to like really thick to thin shapes. This is really obvious, but there's also areas like micro areas or whatever you want to call it, where for example like the arm kind of does that. You see here, it's a bit more subtle, but like the hand versus the wrist, this kind of like it tapers in, like that sort of effect is really nice to have, whether it's on a really stylized character like this one that has a lot of different thickness. It tapers on and off throughout the whole design. You can do it in a very aggressive manner like this character, or you can do it in a very soft manner, but regardless, you should always apply that. What else is there? What else is there? These are really the main points. I'm thinking if there's anything else I didn't really touch. Of course, like as far as character design, there's something that like shapes can't really like help you, which is the character's character. And actually, what am I saying? I mean, the shape of a character, or the multiple shapes that make up the character, should emphasize his personality, right? Which is based on what I said in the very beginning with the circle, square, triangle thing. You can look up more on this information, but I would say that first think of the character and who he is and what he stands for. Like, what does he eat? Just you make a character and give him character. You know, is he grumpy? Is he whatever? And based on that, you want to design him, you know, using this very basic. You start from this, and then you combine, you multiply this, like a circle with a square. It's kind of like a rounded square. The square with a with a triangle, I guess it would be kind of like a diamond. Yeah, like these two. You can always combine shapes to create new shapes, right? And you can always keep like remixing these three main shapes into a new one, so to speak, quote unquote new. I mean, honestly, that's really it. I hope that helped decoding the guy's work, and I hope that you can apply what I just said into like further understanding his design sense and design taste. That's something that you can only evolve through work. You just keep on doing it over and over and over again, and your taste will evolve. Watch shows, read books, just research. Always be on the lookout for what seems to catch people's eyes, what catches your eye, so on and so forth. And I wish you the best luck. So I'll move on to the next video. Once again, if you do like these videos, the Silva Decodes, either giving a follow, which is for free, or subbing to the stream will help me out a lot. I do this for free. Absolutely no payment. No one pays for any of this. Alright?